everyone, I'm Claire, a graduate student taking up Masters in Environment and Natural Resources Management in UP Open University. And as part of one of our subjects, right now I will talk about some of the effects of climate change on marine ecosystem. The climate of the Earth is always changing. As the debate over the implications of changes in the Earth's climate has grown, the term climate change has come to refer primarily to changes we've seen over recent years and those which are predicted to be coming, mainly as a result of human behavior. Global climate change is predicted to lead to extreme temperatures, severe drought, as well as heavy storms and periodic flooding. Modern observations and recent historical records show that global change has already resulted in ice loss with significant retreats in glacial and permafrost regions, measurable sea level rise, and substantial losses in land area and coastal stability. In other words, with increase in global temperature, polar ice caps are melting and causing abrupt sea level rise, which affects coastal areas. The increase in greenhouse gases, particularly carbon dioxide, is one of the primary causes of climate change. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or the IPCC in 2014, showed in their estimates that 65% of global gas emissions are from fossil fuels and industrial processes. This means that most human activities are greenhouse gas contributors, and mitigating its effects would be more of global action. Our oceans are experiencing changes such as abrupt sea level rise, increase in sea surface temperature, and lowering of seawater pH known as ocean acidification. Because of these, our economically important species flee from their usual breeding or rearing ground, affecting the catch composition of fishermen, and eventually becomes a burden for the consumers. How so? The sudden rise in sea level and increase in sea surface temperature have a very bad combination effect on the most important ecosystem engineers of the ocean, which are the corals. They literally shape the physical framework in which species interactions take place. Corals thrive in the shallow part of the ocean where sunlight can still penetrate the water column because this is where zooxanthellae can photosynthesize and provide sugars for these corals. In an event of an abrupt sea level rise, these corals may experience an environmental shock wherein changes in temperature, salinity, and dissolved oxygen would be critical to their survival. Not to mention, they will also starve because zooxanthellae would flee to corals in other areas that are nutrient rich and have better water quality. Given these conditions, these corals die or experience bleaching because the zooxanthellae are very sensitive to changes in their environment. On the other hand, the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is also resulting in more dissolved carbon dioxide in the ocean, lowering the pH or what is called ocean acidification. The production of shells and external structures based on calcium carbonate is particularly sensitive to ocean acidification. Warm and cold water corals, together with many species of phytoplankton, crustaceans and mollusks require greater energy to produce and maintain their exoskeletons under low pH conditions. As a result, around half of the benthic species have lower growth and survival under projected future acidification. Coral reef can be a big ecosystem that can house a lot of different organisms, but the effects of climate change can easily destroy them. When corals die, fishes would have to find another sanctuary to live in, and sometimes it takes them more than just a mile to find a new home. In return, fishermen need to go farther into the ocean to find their catch, which means more input, more expense, and higher prices for consumers. Sea level rise and ocean acidification are naturally occurring in the environment, with or without the human catalyst. The only way to mitigate these problems is to minimize the activities that hasten the process. I believe that small acts can create a ripple. People can create a connection without even the intention to do so. The effects of climate change can be mitigated in these small acts. We can start with observing proper waste segregation and easily identify materials that can be recycled. We can also take long walks from time to time or ride a bicycle instead of taking public transportation. It would help us develop a healthy lifestyle and at the same time lessen the burning of fossil fuels. Lastly, I would encourage everyone to use less plastics in your homes. We can also minimize plastic use by bringing our own utensils and tumbler when we go to work. Environmental organizations can also incentivize and support small to medium enterprises and even big corporations who have similar advocacies. I hope this video would give you a glimpse of the effects of climate change on the marine ecosystem. Let me know about your thoughts on these by sending me a direct message or leave a comment below. Please share this video to your friends. Let's reach others and let them know about climate change. Thank you for watching.